Hi guys, Linnea here. I have this old box that was my mom's. Hi Rosie. This is my sweet and ever-loving old companion Rosie. I have this old box that was my mother's, and I am going to turn it into my travel altar. So it needs to be cleaned up. It's been in the shed for a while. And so I'm going to clean it up today, and then I'm going to take my altar and put it in the box. Well, a few things, not just my altar, but things that I want to go with me on my trip to Texas. It is time for me to get started packing, and this room has got to be disassembled and put away because it's going to happen, and it's going to happen soon, so I've got to get busy. So anyway, I thought I'd start with that, and Rosie's in here to help me, I guess. Right, Rosie? You in here to help? Yeah? So let's get started. I'm going to clean it first, and I got some Windex. I like to use Windex because it's mostly ammonia and not a whole lot of chemical. And I've got some cleaning rags here. I use rags because if I don't, I'll use the help out of paper towels, and that's not good. So, Rosie, why don't you go lay down so you're not around the Windex? Go lay down. She says, I don't want to leave, Mom. She loves her lovin', huh?
She loves her loving.
Okay. So I'm going to get started. I'm just going to maybe squirt some on here. I don't think it's on off. This might turn into a long video if we can't get it to spray, huh? Anyway, so how's everybody been? I don't know if it's going to spray or not. Maybe it's not on spray. That says on, so let's try again. Anyway, I just wanted to get something ready to go with me because I don't want to, well, I don't think this is going to spray. I don't want to go without you know, my candles and something to represent my goddess and my ancestors and things that are important to me. I don't know. I know we'll be on the road at least 3 days, and then I'm not sure how long we'll be till we get things unpacked enough for me to feel comfortable. I'm cheating. For me to feel comfortable enough to get everything set up and get enough unpacked to really be doing any good. So this old case was my mother's, and she used it for a multitude of things. She had a lot of medication. She had kidney failure, renal failure. She had diabetes really bad. She had a lot of health problems. So she used it for a medication case for a while. And then she used it, believe it or not, I found, after she had passed away, I found a lot of crystals, and I even found a set of tarot cards in here, which kind of surprised me. I didn't expect to find anything like that. At the time of my mother's death, she had just left the Mormon church, and so I didn't expect to find anything witchy in her belongings anymore. In the past, she had been very, very crystal collective and very much into parts of witchcraft, but I thought she had kind of left all that behind when she got into the Mormon church, and evidently she hadn't. This was under her bed, and there was a lot of stuff in it. Crystals. She had a set of runes and some rune books. She had a couple of Wicca books in here, and a pack of tarot cards. Yeah, I was a little surprised. But it's pretty dirty because, like I said, it's been in the shed and hasn't had a lot of attention. I couldn't bear to get rid of it because she'd had it for so many years and had used it for stuff. It's even still got her her name and address. You can't see it, but it's still got her name and address on it from the last place she lived before she moved to Idaho. And it just seemed like it was pretty important to her, so it made it pretty important to me. And it's not going to come all the way clean. I mean, it's, like I said, it's very old, and she had it for many, many years, but it's got to come cleaner than it is. It's really been through it. And like I said, sitting in the shed, it's gathered up a bunch of dust and so on. But so I figure I'm going to take my charcoal burner and my goddess incense, because that's something I can do anywhere I'm at, and it's just a little tiny jar, and my charcoal burner is pretty small, so I'm going to take those. That'll make me feel like I can at least make a type of offering, which is not something I think I'm going to be able to do on the road, is make a lot of offerings. So that'll make me feel like I can make offerings, and then and have something personal to do there. And then I'm going to take candles, of course. And I'm not going to stop and buy birthday. I read a couple of things about travel altars, and a lot of them said to buy birthday candles. But I have enough chime candles, and I don't even think I'm going to take those. I have some, I can't remember exactly what they're called. I have some candles that are in between chime candles and pillar candles. Of course, it's not going to come off now that I want to show you, and I'm actually recording. Here we go. So this is a standard chime candle, and this is what I'm talking about that I have. So they're not the kind that fit on your kitchen table, and I can't think of what they're called. Pillar candles. They're not a pillar candle, but they're the same size around, and they're not as tall. So anyway, I have those that I use for my goddess. So I think I'm going to take those instead of chime candles. I might take chime candles. I haven't decided. They're smaller, so maybe they'd be smarter to take, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to take some candles. I'm not going to take my, even though I have a small one, I'm not going to take my cauldron. I'm going to take a couple of my stones. I'm going to take my big crystal, because it's my big crystal, and I don't think I could be without it for a length of time. And like I said, I don't know how long it's going to be before I can actually set up my real altar again. So I'm going to take it, and I'm going to take my stone that I use for my goddess, which is a smoky quartz, and it's a good size. It's not too small. And then I'm really close to carnelian, so I have a small one of those I'm taking. And I'm going to take some snake skin, because that's something I keep for my goddess as well, snake skin. And then I'm probably going to take my black cat oil, because I use that, either that or my fire oil, because I use those kind of for all purpose, and I'll want to anoint candles. But my black cat oil is kind of all purpose, and it's in a smaller bottle, so I might take it. Or I might actually put some of my fire oil in a smaller bottle. I haven't really decided yet on that. I'd like to take my goddess oil, but it's in a huge bottle, so maybe I could put some of it in a smaller bottle. I don't know yet. But I'm definitely taking some oil. I'm probably either going to take my chalice for water, or I have a small offering dish. I might take that for water. I have to leave water. I have to do that. that's going to be important to me, is to leave some water each night. So and then I'm going to take my little spoon that I use for my incense. I'm probably going to take my money, my Chinese money coin, to represent my money altar. And I have a picture, I'm trying to see it here. I have a greeting card that I just hang up, not by the actual card, but by the envelope. I saved them because they've got beautiful pictures on them. But anyway, I'm going to probably take it to, because it's a tree, to represent my ancestors. And so that I don't have to worry about, I can't take an ancestor altar. And I certainly can't take all my pictures of ancestors. So, okay, I think that's all the cleaning we're going to be able to get done on this puppy, on the outside anyway. It's very stained, so. And on the inside, most of it is cloth. I mean, it's got a mirror in here that I can clean with my Windex. And then again on the inside, my mother was so cute. She never missed an opportunity to enter the, what did you call it? Publishers Clearinghouse. So she's got her prize claim in here in case she won. And I'm not sure why she taped it to the inside, but she did. I guess she was sure she was going to win that one. This is streaking up, so this mirror must have been very, very dirty. Anyway, so she taped her ticket to the inside of this glass, so she must have been sure she was going to win this one. Bless her heart. She never did win, but she played faithfully, let me tell you. So inside, it's got this little tray, which I think is going to be perfect for crystals and, my bottle of oil. And I'm probably going to have to tape around the cork. I don't know. I want to be sure it doesn't leak, but if it's in its own little pocket, it may not matter. I mean, I don't think it's going to leak. So maybe if it's just safe in its own little space here, it won't be that big of an issue. As long as the case is kept upright in the trunk of the vehicle. This is not coming clean at all. It's just old. So the inside of this, however, it's not going to be, we're not really going to be able to clean much because it's cloth. I don't know if you can see. It's pretty stained, but I'm going to try to run over it a little bit. Anyway, so the plan is to get this decent and then kind of put in it the things that I'm going to use for my altar and see how I'm going to fit them, and then go ahead and set my altar back up with just those things and pack the rest of it, because as much as I hate to do so, I have to. I've got to get started packing. It actually came cleaner than I thought it would. And it's kind of vinyl-y, so it's not so hard to clean as I thought either. And then, like I said, I want to do a live stream, maybe tomorrow or the next day, of me packing away my herbs. Not packing them. I don't want to make a bunch of people sit and watch me wrap things in newspaper and that kind of thing, but maybe of me putting them in the baggies, because what I'm going to do is put them in baggies and then in the glass containers and then wrap the glass containers. And the reason I'm doing that is I had a dream that I just put my herbs and wrapped them and then stuck them in a box, and some of them broke and ruined my herbs. And I have hundreds of dollars in herbs, so that would be terrible and tragic. So I'm going to wrap them in baggies first. So we'll do that, and then we'll move forward with the rest of it, as far as wrapping and so on. So I don't want to make you watch me wrap each glass thing, but I thought maybe it would be fun for you to be there when I'm putting them in baggies and me to kind of explain what each herb I use for and so on and so forth. So I think that's as clean as we're going to get our little tray. Hi, Rosie. Yes, Mama's done with the icky chemical stuff. With the ammonia. So I guess we'll get started on the altar. It's killing me, can you tell? It's just, I hate to give up my witchy room even for a temporary amount of time. It's just very hard. I've gotten so used to having it. I think my doggy wants out. She's like, I'm done, Mom. Yeah, you want to go out? Okay. So I think we'll start with the inside. And I'm going to let the dog out of the room right quick, and then we'll finish up our video. So this is my little censer. My little charcoal burner, and we're definitely going to pack that, so we'll put that in there. And I have a stone that it sits on so that it doesn't get its surface, whatever surface it's on, too hot. So I'm going to pack that as well. And then this is my little chalice that I put my water in for my goddess, and I'm going to also pack that little brass chalice. I'm going to take my snake skin, but I think I'm going to put that in a top compartment. So I'll pull that over here soon. I'm going to put that in one of these little compartments. This is my smoky quartz that I use for my goddess, and I'm going to put that, I think, in with the snake skin. I'll just scoop that over. Oops, better put that in the back compartment so it doesn't fall off. And then I have a bear claw that I'm going to include with my snake skin, and I have a small piece of antler that belonged to, I think I've talked about China before, my little Pomeranian that I had for 15 years. I'm going to put that in there as well. I think I'll take my chunk of salt. I'll put that with my crystal. Now the candles. This is my candle box. I keep a little mirror in here. I have a bunch of mirrors, but this is one of them I keep. And let's see if I can decide. I think I'm going to go ahead and take the bigger candles. And there's a nice spot in here where I can put them. Let's see, I'm going to be on the road 3 days, so I really don't need, well, and then I'm going to be there a while, so I think I'm going to take all of these. And I have a few more in the drawer I'm going to get out. Plus, I'm going to be here a while, so I'm going to take a few out. And then these I can just go ahead and pack. I do have some white ones in here, though, I think I'll include. Some little chimes, some little white chimes. I have 4 of them. I think I'll include those as well, so we'll put those in there. And then I do have some tea candles, but I don't think I need those. Let me turn that off right quick. Let me just turn that off. Sorry about that. So, and then I do want to take some Palo Santo, so I'm going to grab that. I just got a new bag of Palo Santo, which, believe it or not, makes my whole room smell good. Even though it's it's in a drawer, it makes my entire room smell like heaven. So that's kind of nice. So I'm going to go ahead and open that and put a few in my little case that I'm making. I think probably 4 sticks will be enough. Maybe I'll take 6. I burn a lot of Palo Santo, and like I said, I don't know how long it'll be before I get to, once I'm there, before I get my stuff out. So I'm going to take 6, and that way I'm covered. So there's my Palo Santo. Let's see. The oil I'm going to wait for. So what else? My lodestones I don't think I'm going to be able to take. So I'm going to feed them really well before I go and pack those away. I will probably be able to take a little bit of my money salt, just because I can carry it in a little pouch with me, and I'll put that in here as well. And I have, oh, I was going to show you the little tree card. It's right here. So it's got a tree on it, and I think I'm going to take that. And there's little pockets in the case. I don't know if I showed you the case. I should have. I did show you the case. So it's got pockets on each side and 2 larger pockets in the front and back. So I'm going to put that in the back pocket here, you can see. And that I can kind of take a little something to represent my ancestors. And that way they can also go with me. And I think I'm going to wrap the video up. You kind of get the idea. When I get it all put together and done, I'll show it in one of my videos, and just so you can kind of see what I've done. I hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the video. And it gives you an idea of what you can do when you have to travel, or when you have to stay somewhere else for a while and you're not able to have your own altar with you, and what you can do. Another thing is, when I get ready to use it, I can use it inside here. I don't have to necessarily take it all out and set it on a table, or I can use it on top of the case. And that way I have something with me, and I don't have to feel like I've kind of left everything out, and I don't get to have my goddess with me. Another thing is these little candle holders that I use will fit nicely in here as well. So I can, and the top will still fit. So I can still take my candle holders to put my candles in when I need to. So that's another thing that's going to work out well. So I just wanted to include you in my little video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And remember that you're all divine, sacred beings of light and love. And please have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.